What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to make the Teen Titans Go tower. I don't know. Does it have a specific name other than that? I don't know. This is like the newer one. I know there is a different version that's like black and white or something like that. But I think it's a different... I swear I changed the... Whatever. Pretend like that's concrete because it's supposed to be. I don't know how I missed that. Anyway, yeah, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial and I will catch you on the flip side. Here are all of the materials you'll be needing for this build. Most of them are for the stuff on the top, but except for obviously the smooth quartz and light blue concrete, those are for the actual build, but yeah. Alrighty, and the spatial meter for this is a 42 by 12. This is like a statue looking grid. And the materials we're needing to start off are smooth quartz blocks, light blue concrete, excuse me, light gray concrete. We'll go stone stairs, stone slabs, which I guess we'll use as blocks, diorite walls, nether brick walls, nether brick fence, and we'll go iron bars. The only other thing we actually need is wither skeleton skull. I know there were 11 things listed, but because we just got the stone slabs instead, it doesn't matter. Starting from the front left-hand corner of your 42 by 12 grid, Kafka, if you made it. If you really need to even start from the back left, you can. There will be a little bit of a change, but you can start from really any corner. But you want to start by counting right by 12. And place going right 2 smooth quartz blocks. Bring either one back by 1 to create a 2 by 2. Now, you don't need this inner block. I'm going to have it just because it makes everything a little bit easier as we're building up and around. But yeah, you then want to take each of these smooth quartz blocks and extend them up by 31 with smooth quartz. Just like so. You do only have to count it once. Obviously, I guess if it isn't exactly the number, then that's fine. But, you know, it's as close as you can get, I suppose, if you don't care that much. There is no inside on my particular version, so it's not like it matters. You then want to take the top 2 by 2 and extend it left with 12 smooth quartz blocks. And that should, check it, be in line with the edge of the grid where you are. You'll then take this furthest left 2 by 2 and extend it up with 16 smooth quartz blocks. Just like so. And there's like kind of one side actually of the T shape marked. Doesn't look like much. You'll then take the, I guess, top right 2 by 2 here and extend these particular 4 blocks each right by 40 with smooth quartz. Almost there. Not really. This tutorial shouldn't be too long, hopefully. I don't know. I just kind of assume things here. You'll then take the end kind of right 2 by 2 here and extend it down by 16. And then from the bottom 2 by 2 here, you should extend left with 12. I just forgot. Before I do specify this next step here, just make sure you're actually doing the entire 2 by 2 like this so you have the whole kind of thickness of the border. It just makes it easier to do the whole thing at once rather than being like, okay, so we're going to do one inner row and then do the outer row, but yeah. You'll then anyway connect the end 2 by 2 just down to the ground with smooth quartz blocks, which I should connect into my grid like so. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. The reason I use light blue concrete in this, by the way, instead of light blue stained glass is the, I guess, the fact that the glass is transparent looks weird with it being entirely glass, so I went with the concrete. If you are having an inside, you can definitely use glass for particular rooms or whatever, but the concrete just looks better overall because it does look more sleek in a way. we're not going to quite fill this in yet. What I'm going to tell you to do instead is... It's really funny. You can make the side as long as you want. I have this 8 blocks here. You see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to leave that 8 block gap moving back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just make this smooth quartz pattern again. And I'm really just going to look forward and trace. And like you see, if I get here, I'll check. I think that's the height. And I'll just confirm by flying over the gap and seeing that my Y level is in fact correct and everything is the same. It's better than counting the whole thing again, because let's be real, it's a lot of large numbers and a lot of things going on. But yeah, this thing's pretty big. I think it's shorter than Act 3. And it's shorter than the signal tower over there. I think the signal tower stands as my tallest tutorial, but New Act 3 I know is close. It's between one of those two for sure. But yeah. Fun times. And once we do this, we're actually going to start with the top specifically, because I want to do the detailing before we do all of the filling in, because, you know, you don't need to necessarily watch the whole tutorial for the filling in. Especially in a situation like this, where, you know, it's just a giant T, practically. Like, you can just kind of really go without doing that for most of it. Until, of course, the very end. As you can see, I actually fixed the back over there. It's concrete now. I don't know how I did that. I guess when I'll start from the bottom on this side for funnies. I guess when I, did this, because I originally had it as glass, as that, I guess, entails. But as I switched it to concrete, I guess when I did the /fill command, I just went with one row off the back, which is unfortunate. But, you know, it is what it is. There we go. But yeah. Then I'll line it up, and I really will just be able to connect this side over here. Yeah, and then again we'll do the top, and then it'll really just be smooth sailing from there. I should have not gotten the light blue. No, never mind, because we need the light blue to fill in the top. Anyway, you should have this. So, here's the thing with cartoon builds, by the way, before we continue. They never are quite the same when you look at them in different, like, episodes. For example, I guess SpongeBob, sometimes he has a garage door on the back of his house, sometimes he doesn't. In this particular situation, there's something with the top. There's an episode where, they go to space, I think, because there's a rocket ship or something, and it has these top corners connected with smooth quartz. However, when you actually see the front of it, you'll see that isn't there, so, yeah. We're just gonna ignore it. But what you can do is we're gonna start with the top here, and the inner row of smooth quartz along the top, you can connect together front to back with light blue concrete. Making sure you just have a border of kind of one row of smooth quartz out on each side. That will just make sure that, I don't know, it'll just look a little bit nicer than having it all flat. That little bit of depth adds some shadows onto kind of the corners of the build, especially, and just, it makes it all almost look separate, but also the same. I don't know. Never really explained why I do it like that. I've always talked about depth is important, but not really why it's important. Anyway, you should have this. It kind of looks like a modern house type of build from this angle, if you didn't know any better. And if we weren't, like, 50 blocks in the air. So what you can do now is head to the back left-hand light blue. Make sure you have this, like, one row on the side here, obviously, where the smooth quartz is visible. The reason I say that is because from this block, you want to count right by 9. And I just want to make sure here, yes. And then you want to be not on the back row, but one row forward, and you want to place 2 light gray concrete moving right. Extend either of them forward by 1, and then each of those up by 1 each to create a 2 by 2 by 2 cube. You'll then count right by that from 3, and you can be on the front row, and you'll just place 5 light gray concrete moving right. Extend each light gray concrete back by 2 to connect it into the smooth quartz, and then each light gray from there can be brought up by 4 on that particular ship. The little cube is not quite the same. You're not bringing that one up, you're just leaving it as a cube. Cute little guy. There you go. I don't know particularly what these are, but they're here. Something at least like them is here. I don't know particularly because, again, I can't see very well, but I couldn't find a good image of the top. I want to say the spaceship one had the top showing, but I'm pretty sure it was blank. I don't know. There are 2, I believe, satellite dishes. I don't know why you need 2, but whatever. I guess pay for double the TV subscription services, whatever. You want to take the bottom right light gray concrete on the ship and place a stone slab in front of it. right of that stone slab, a stone block, and then right of that block, another slab. On top of this block, you'll place an upside-down stone stair facing left, and then on top of that stair, you'll place a normal stone stair facing left. Extend each of those stairs right with a diorite wall, and then bring those diorite walls forward and backward by one each to create this shape. From the front left of this same box, you will counter the second light blue concrete forward and place a stone block instead of a slab. Extend this block left and right with slabs, and also extend the block up with an upside-down stone stair facing right. Top of that, a normal stone stair facing right. Off the left side or flat side of those stairs, you'll place diorite walls extended forward and backward by one each again. From that front satellite dish, you want to be on this particular stone slab on the right half of it. You'll count right by 2 and going up, place this pattern. 2 nether brick walls, 2 nether brick fence, and then 2 iron bars. Get rid of literally anything except for your light blue concrete and get out wither skeleton skulls. What if I just can't find them? There they are. And on top of that top iron bar, you'll place a wither skeleton skull facing backward. And I think that looks pretty good. So is it 2 satellite dishes and a TV antenna? Why, actually? That's what I really want to know. Regardless, you know, that's kind of what we're going for here. Now it's time for the fun part or not so fun part, depending on how you look at it. Again, making sure you're going off the inner row of smooth quartz, you're going to just fill in all of your walls with light blue concrete, whether that be, you know, these short ones or the actual full thing. If you have the ability to use slash fill, do it. Just don't even, like, think. Don't be like, should I, though? Just do it. This build is fun. It's... The only problem with it in particular is it's so, I guess, undetailed, and it's so big, so you're kind of just filling things in endlessly, pretty much. Not really endlessly, you know, there is always an end, but regardless, my point still stands that it's a lot of filling in. I'll do, like, the smaller sides without slash fill, but then I'll do the big boys with slash fill. There's also, like, an outline command or something you could do to do more than one wall at once, but I can't particularly think of it. It's like, if you did it from, like, this light blue concrete, or no, I guess it'd be this smooth quartz corner here, to the kind of opposite side, like down there, you could do one command, but I'm not confident enough in my abilities to do that, because I can't remember which to use. It's either outline or hollow, but I think on this one it wouldn't matter, actually, because there's nothing inside that we really care about. It's just one of the 2 keeps blocks and one doesn't, and I feel like, logically, you would say hollow would remove them and outline would keep them, but I don't know. Your guess is really better than mine, probably, actually, even though I made an entire video on slash fill when that still was a thing, even though they changed it, like, a week after I did that video, but that's not really the point. I will do a new one eventually, probably, if I ever feel like it. Pretty much the same thing, just perhaps 1, betterly explained, and 2, with the new slash fill stuff, because I think it's at a point to where they won't change it anymore. Although certain blocks are really weird. Like, I know for whatever reason, stone is normal underscore stone, because I think it's smooth stone is labeled as stone. I don't get it. I really don't. But like, I don't have enough room to talk, I guess. I mean, I do to some extent. I can complain, but like, I don't know, my main point here is I don't understand why it is what it is, you know? I'm gonna do keep because I'm paranoid. Okay, I really didn't need to. You know what, I'll fill it all, whatever. There's no point in trying to fill it manually. It's not like it's gonna do me any good. It'll make the video from 15 minutes to 18, but like, who cares? You know, it's like, it's not a big enough of a deal for me to be like, okay, yeah. Shorter videos are better, obviously. This will be like the shortest tutorial of my life. Not really. I've made some short ones. I just can't think of them particularly because, again, if they're short, then I have no reason to remember. I have some, like, ticket booth and like, some carnival minigames. Those might be the shortest ones. No, I have a semi-truck, actually. among other vehicles, but the semi-truck is the one that I actually care to mention because it's actually at least semi-decent looking. Anyway, once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that your Teen Titans Go tower complete. It is. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If I could ever get far enough to see them both. There we are. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.